Hello and welcome back to Blended. In this video, we will show you how to create open response assessments or ORA of different kinds. Learners can submit essay responses and then go through a series of assessment steps to complete the assignment. It could be a peer assessment or a self-assessment and many more. So, to get started, open the unit where you want to create the open response assessment. Under Add New Component, select Open Response. Select any one of the open response assessment templates listed. There is peer assessment, self-assessment, self-to-peer assessment, self-to-staff assessment, and staff assessment problems. So, for now, let's take peer assessment only. And click Edit. You use this component editor to add prompts and the rubric and to specify other settings for the open response assessment component. Now, this is the prompt section. You can replace the example prompt with your prompt. Let's keep it as it is. And you can add more prompts by clicking here. Next is to add rubrics. Alright, so rubrics are basically made up of criteria, and each of these criteria usually has a few options to choose from. So each option comes with its own set of points. This template right here gives you 2 examples of criteria along with their options. You can replace it according to your own preference. You can also provide a feedback field so that learners can share their thoughts and provide written feedback on a peer's overall response. In the schedule section, you can set the date and time for the deadlines of submitting the responses and assessing peer responses. In the assessment steps, you can flexibly set up a single or multiple steps in a rubric-based assessment sequence. The steps below can be adjusted by turning it on or off according to your teaching needs. Now, in the settings section, you can give a display name, and in here you can specify the type of responses that learners are required to submit. And as in here, if learners are required to provide a text-based response or a file-based response or even a LaTeX formatted string, you can decide on the type of editor learners can use. Also, you can specify how many of the best responses you want to show. You can choose any number from 0 to 99. If you go with 0, learners won't see the top responses section. You can also enable the display of rubrics during the response here. And now we're all set, and let's click Save. Now you can continue to edit the problem until you finish the unit. Please note that after you publish an ORA assignment, you can no longer change the structure of the rubric or the point values associated with each criterion in the rubric. Now let's see how it looks like to the learners here. As you can see, the student can give his responses here after reading the prompt and save the progress and submit it later. Now, as you can see, the learner must match his assessment with the instructors to progress to the next step of the ORA. You can take a look at a specific learner's response and assessments and the assignment statistics here. Now, when you click here, it takes you back to the studio. Open response assessments can also be graded on a submission as a group also. Hope you understood, and thank you for having us. Please do contact us if you ever come across any questions.